So now that you have an idea of what to do with them when you have them, I just want to go quickly as an overview as to what each chakra kind of is. So first of all, we have your base root chakra at the base of the spine. And again, we're talking about that red stone that's in the bag. So this is usually red jasper. That's the one that I particularly like to use for that chakra. It's for this chakra, it helps to feel grounded. It helps you feel safe and secure. You think primal. I mean, think about like where it is, right? It's very earthy, very grounded and rooted. I had mentioned rooted before in another video. That's what I'm talking about. It keeps you rooted. And talking about, oh, my palms are vibrating a lot right now. They're pulsing. And that happens when I speak of the universe and I speak about crystals, and it feels good, it feels great, and it raises your vibration. And I'm going to do a video on that about just ways to raise your vibration. But when you do it, when you raise your vibration, the universe knows, and it responds, and you end up feeling amazing things. But anyway, so going back to the base chakra, it's very physical. You can think of it as your physical chakra, your grounding chakra, your support chakra. Then we have the second one. This one is your sacral chakra. So this is kind of what we were talking about with genitals and orange. Oh, and on the first one, your base chakra, you can think of it as I am, like that is where it's coming from. I am. Then you have your second chakra, the sacral chakra, that is like I was saying with the genitals, and this chakra is about feeling. It's about I feel that emotion. It's tied to an emotional balance and creativity, and helps to regulate the reproductive organs, and it just helps you feel more balanced, having a prosperous and healthy life. Then we move into the solar plexus. This is the third one. This is the yellow. That is the color associated with it, and the phrase of that is I do. That's usually citrine, is usually the stone that is associated with the third chakra. And this helps to govern your emotions, your willpower, your self-esteem. All right, then we move into the fourth chakra. This is your heart center, which is in the middle of your chest there. This is I love. Now, normally it is symbolized with green. Sometimes it's symbolized with pink. Some people, and this goes back into what I was saying, where when I do customize it for clients, not everyone identifies with all stones. And there are times when sometimes you might get a specific feeling toward a stone, or maybe you really just aren't sure, and you aren't yet tapped to your intuition that closely, and that's okay. That's actually what getting into crystals will help you do. It helps you tap into that intuition. But until that time, if you need help, please feel free to reach out to me. So going back to the green, this is, you can use jade, you can use green tourmaline, or if you more identify with the pink, that's your rose quartz, which this is a bigger version of it. This is just something I like to put on my desktop or have on my altar. But the heart, it really deals with feelings of love, of healing. It's so big for healing, and just rose quartz in general is wonderful for healing. But it helps to expand your energy field. And then we have the fifth one. This is your throat. This is that one that goes right there. This is your fifth chakra. And this one is I speak. This is blue. Sometimes it's blue lapis lazuli, or Amazonite is another one that can be used for it. But this one is lapis. So if you're wondering what that one looks like, that's lapis. I like to use that one here. So this is good for speaking, helping you communicate with emotion, expression, creativity, just basically communicating clearly and effectively. Then we move on to our sixth one. This is the third eye. I have to admit, I think these last two are my favorite. I identify more with them, but the reason I do is because I have a blockage on my lower half. I'm just throwing it out there right now. I have a blockage. I'm aware of it, and I try to work on it. I have a blockage in my second and third chakra, my sacral and my solar plexus. So that's just a little FYI. Now on this one, your third eye, this is indigo is the color. This is amethyst, which I had mentioned in a previous video is amazing. This you would put right in between the eyebrows, and you know, it's really so good for that intuition. It's so good for that sixth sense. You know, because that's another word basically for your intuition, and it is just for me crucial to the whole meditating thing. Then we have the seventh one, which is top of the head crown. So here, if you were sitting up, you would put it there, and if you're lying down, you can just put it right there. This is I know, and that can be, so there's two things about this. The color is usually either violet or clear, and clear quartz is a great one to do. You can also use amethyst for this, but basically it just helps to connect you to your higher self, your higher state of consciousness, you know, what's beyond our personal preoccupations and visions, and it just helps you connect with it. So that's a rundown of that, and I will do more on each one specifically. I will go more in depth on the color, on the stone, what happens if it's overactive, like what it's like, how to know if you were overactive with that particular chakra, how to know if you're underactive with it, and which is basically being blocked, and then how to balance it out. So if you're overactive, do this. If you're underactive, do that. So it'll be all good. We'll have a lot of fun. Join me. Make sure to subscribe.